Good morning everybody and welcome back to another video with me, BviSimPilot. Today we're doing something a bit different. We are going to be doing a kind of like vlog style video, and basically today I've got my class 1 medical down at Heathrow, so I'm going to be taking you guys along so you guys can see what happens for a class 1 medical. Yeah, pretty much just woke up and yeah, just gonna get some breakfast, get ready, and heading out in about, I think about half an hour. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what the class 1 medical is, it's basically just a full medical exam that you have to take. They test pretty much everything you can think of. And it's basically, you get this medical certificate so you can basically get your commercial license, and you have to get it renewed every year, but this initial one they test so many other things. So the renewal is a lot easier to get. So because it's my initial, I've never done it before, they've got to test everything. So yeah, it's going to be a long day. I think it's going to be a long day. Yeah, I'm just going to take you guys along. I probably won't be able to film in the medical, so what I'll do is after I come out or whenever, I'll basically run you guys through what happened and exactly what happens at a initial class 1 medical, because there's not much information about them. So yeah, we'll just see how everything goes. I'm pretty much ready to go now. Just got to make sure I get the paperwork and everything like that. So passport, all the paperwork that they've given you that you need to take with you and sign and everything like that. There's also a lot of stuff online that you have to provide them with a company called Selma. I'll put the thing right here for you guys. So make sure you do that before you go for your class 1 medical. Otherwise you'll turn up and you might not be able to do it. So just make sure you do that. And yeah, so I think I've got everything, hopefully. And yeah, let's go, guys. Also wanted just to say, recently we just hit 1,000 subscribers, which I'm so grateful for. I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed, particularly to everyone who's been there from day one. If you're still watching me, then I'm so grateful for that. It's been a couple years now, so yeah, if you're still watching, then massive respect to you guys, and all my new subscribers as well. Welcome. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? I mean, if you want to see more content like this in the future, you don't want to miss out, then just hit the subscribe button. As yes, it's that easy. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, let's get to it. All right, guys, here we go. 3.5 hour drive ahead of us. Hopefully my ride is here. If it's not, it's gonna be a bit annoying. And yeah, I'll see you guys when we get there. Watching some YouTube and doing a bit of drawing. If you want to see some more of my drawings, check out my Instagram here. And yeah, we've got about an hour and a bit left till we arrive.
Source of income, we need to make sure that we can make real money out of it. We're not going to be millionaires.
So long. I've just come out. That was about 5 hours. So yeah, I'm pretty knackered right now. They put some eye drops in my eyes and stuff to check my eyes, and yeah, I can't see anything. It makes it like really blurry and stuff. So I'll let you guys know how it went tomorrow. I'm absolutely exhausted right now, so you can't even see me. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm done. Alright, guys. So it is actually the next morning now, and I can't lie, I probably had the best sleep I've ever had, to be honest. I was so tired last night, couldn't really function much at all, couldn't see very well. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better this morning. Still can't really see 100%, stuff's a bit blurry because of the drops they put in, but yeah, I mean, they said it should be about 24 hours till they ease up a bit, so hopefully later I'll be able to see it again. But yeah, no, I'm basically just going to talk to you guys and run you guys through exactly what happened yesterday, and what happens when you go for your class 1 medical. So obviously I wasn't allowed to film in there for expected reasons. It is a medical centre. I wasn't allowed to do that, but I'm going to talk to you guys about exactly what did happen yesterday for me when I had my class 1 medical done. Okay, so the first thing that I had to do when we got there, I had to fill in a bunch of forms and paperwork, as you'd expect, just like declaration forms and consent forms and stuff like that. And the first thing they did was actually, they gave me a drug test. So it's like one of those little COVID looking things. You stick it in your mouth for about 15 minutes and it's got like 4 bars, like on the little COVID test things where the red bar goes up. It's got 4 of those, and yeah, they're basically just testing to see if you're on drugs. Didn't pass that one, obviously, and then I went straight to the ophthalmologist, which is the optician. So went up there, had probably 15-16 different tests to do with my eyes, more detailed than any opticians I've ever been to before. They tested things like color vision, they tested obviously your reading ability, they tested your blind spots. They had this machine where they have different lights, different angles, and you've got to say if you see a light or not. So that was pretty interesting because I've never done that before. They tested the pressures of your eyes and, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. Because I have a prescription, they do have to test extra things. So for the reading test, they have to test to a certain limit. So I think it's 2 lines below what the requirement is. Obviously they have to check the conditions of your eyes and stuff like that, so they shine loads of lights in there and magnifying glasses just to see the back of your eye and stuff like that. And then they put in the drops. So what the drops do is it basically opens up your retina like at night time when it's dark, and this does 2 things. A, it makes everything super bright, but it also means that everything goes super blurry and you literally can't read or see anything, which wasn't great because that was the first thing I had done. But the main purpose of that was so when at the end of the day I can go back later and they can do some more vision tests to kind of put my eyes to their limits to see what, you know, they're capable of. So from there I then went and had my height and weight done and my BMI. They took my blood pressure, they took a blood test. They actually did it from the finger, so they stabbed the needle into your finger instead of from the vein, which I'm not sure why. But then they were testing for things like glucose levels and hemoglobin levels probably, and other stuff like that. Not entirely sure. They took a lung capacity test, so they get you to blow into this tube as hard as you can for as long as you can, and you do it 3 times or something like that, just to test your lung capacity. It makes you pretty lightheaded, I can't lie. Then from there I had an EKG as well to measure your heart and your pulse and everything like that. It's the thing where, you know, when you're a kid, if you're asked to draw a pulse, you kind of draw that squiggly line like that. It's basically the machine that does that. So that was pretty interesting. They put loads and loads of leads on you and attach sensors to you. It's quite weird, but yeah, so that was all good. It took about probably 5-10 minutes, that wasn't too bad. Then from there, I then had a hearing test. So they put you in this little soundproof room. It's quite weird. They spent a couple minutes setting everything up, and when you're in that room, there's no noise whatsoever. And I could actually hear like the blood going to my brain, like to my head, which was quite odd. It's quite a weird noise, but it was only for a couple minutes, that was alright. And then they basically put headphones on and you test with different types of beeping and buzzing sounds, and they test how hard, like how low and how quiet they can put it until you can't hear it. Yeah, that was completely fine as well. So from there I then went to the main doctor, the main GP, and did a full body examination. So that included posture, your stability. They checked your mouth, gums and throat and things like that. They checked your ears, and they did like a general skin check just to make sure you don't have like, I don't know, like cancerous cells or something like that. So it was pretty detailed. And then they also checked your reflexes and other things like that. Then after that, he was asking me questions about mental health and stuff just to check you're in the right state of mind. And then after that, he also was getting me to fill in some other consent forms and stuff because they've got to send some of my tests off for further checks, which they do with everyone. So if that does happen to you, don't be worried. They do, I think it's 1 in 10 they have to send off for external kind of moderation or something like that. So I had to fill in some forms to consent to that. And then pretty much from there, I went straight to the optician again, where I did more tests. Bearing in mind I got the drops in now, and also did things like you put sunglasses on and they test to see how faint of a letter you can see. So that was interesting, so I've never done that before. And did a bunch more vision tests and stuff like that. It was pretty pretty draining on my eyes because you're really trying to concentrate for the whole time, and with the drops they make you feel really tired. So that was pretty interesting after that. And yeah, pretty much from there, finished off, saw the doctor again, just finalized over everything. He talked me through some stuff. He said I've got to go get a what's called a gonioscopy, which is another eye test. So I've got to go to my local opticians or somewhere like that and get that, and they're checking something to do with fluid drainage in your eye or something. I'm not 100% sure. So I'll go get that done, and then once I've got that done, I'll send that off. They'll send everything to CAA, which basically the people who check over everything and distribute your medical, and then yeah, hopefully we'll get a pass result, but it's gonna be a couple weeks till I know. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully everything is good. I mean, the doctor said to me that everything was looking fine there and then, but yeah, you never know. So yeah, I mean, it was a pretty full day. It took 5 hours, so not the quickest of things, but like I said, I think earlier, the renewal for your medical is much simpler. They just get you to do a simple eye test, simple blood test, I think, maybe an EKG, and it's just very simple to do, and you can do them in your local areas as well. But for the initial class one, you have to either go Heathrow, Birmingham, and I think Gatwick are now also opening up a facility as well, just because they're so fully booked. I had to book mine it was around September, October, and the earliest I could get was yesterday, and that was only at Heathrow as well. Birmingham for me would have been way closer, but they're just fully booked. So try get your medical, book it as soon as possible. As soon as you know you're going to need it, just book it, because their spaces are filling up really quickly. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much everything. It was a lot. It was more than I expected, actually, in terms of the amount of tests and the different things they were testing, but that was quite good. Met a couple other people who are also doing the same course as well, the L3 Harris integrated course, so that was pretty interesting. So yeah, hopefully that's given you some bit more information about what happens at a Class 1 medical, so you guys can prepare yourself for that. Also, it's pretty interesting just to actually finally see what goes on. But yeah, it's not stressful at all or anything like that. It's pretty simple. The people there are really nice. They they help you with everything. They explain everything that needs to be needs to be happening and everything like that. So yeah, pretty good day out yesterday. Just like I said, it was just really tiring. So I hope this was useful for you guys, and thanks for sticking around in this video if you're still here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, goodbye.